Pull up a chair, we're talking. Welcome to the show tonight. Speakeasy.
Welcome to Speakeasy, where we speak easy.
That's the last time we are doing it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it
Happy
together.
birthday,
All right, come on.
Mr. President.
What
Yeah.
not to do at a job? Sing happy birthday, Mr. President, for your boss.
That was to her boss.
Yeah. The president job, whatever. Oh,
It tastes like
nothing but
It
something.
tastes like. What's that thing you take when you're sick? What's that thing? Tupperware.
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
Fizz.
Turbo fizz.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Why would you do that? You know my history.
So welcome to another episode of Speakeasy. And on today's episode, we are talking about all things jobs. And let me just remind you that red flags don't only exist in relationships and friendships. They exist at jobs as well.
Jobs, job opportunities, business opportunities, opportunities made just for you to help you grow.
To give you exposure.
Oh my god. Okay.
So this is a very heavy topic, but we're going to approach it in a little bit more of a light-hearted way. Because let's be serious, we can't be serious.
Yeah. Although, after watching last week's episode and receiving a lot of feedback, I have decided to kind of take it easy this week
And
really,
not scream like a banshee on top of
and not scream and not yell and not jump at you and hit you.
and not disappear off the frame.
Okay, I've already done that. Anyway, moving on. Stop.
Turbo
Moving on.
fizz.
Huh? Nothing.
So to start off, we're going to discuss what are some red flags when you are looking at a job advert. Okay, so number one, if they specify like a specific gender that they are looking for without giving much context, if they don't have a proper email address, that's also a red flag.
And also, so sorry.
So it begins.
Okay, I'm so sorry. In today's day and age, everything is on social media. Look up on social media if they
Look up the company,
The
on
company.
social media.
if they have a page, and just make sure everything's legit. There's people like at least talking about it or something, some social media presence.
There has to be some social media presence because I think in 2026, if you don't have anything to say that you exist, it's very sketchy.
It is sketchy. And if you honestly, do you really want to work with somebody who's so set on staying in the past and not like
Growing.
improving and
Yeah.
keeping up with
But
the
then
time?
also it depends on the type of business.
Type of business,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
Because certain things don't necessarily require social media, but then that's also like the brands that have already established themselves in the industry, or like people in your community will know them and know of them, and surely there's somebody who has had an experience at this place. So that's a definite red flag, no social media. But I think specifying, like if they say female specifically wanted, that's a little bit iffy. Like I don't understand what
I also like why
What
why
type
is
of a
it
job?
ever
yeah,
necessary for it to just be a female?
I don't know. It's
I
also very sketchy.
I kind of get it if it's like for the promotional work, because you need a specific type of look or a specific type of person to like actually target the specific brand.
Yes,
But for a regular job, that just sounds very sketchy.
and very sexist as well.
Yes.
So just be mindful of these things. Also, if they are very what's the word? If they're hesitant to share with you like salary details and things of that sort, that's a red flag. If they don't have like a legit address or premises that's scary as well, because then nobody knows where this place is. It's a little bit dodgy.
Yeah, and if you're constantly getting like back and forth information, like, oh, it's at this place, no, you need to meet at this place,
Yeah.
like, if they should just be all put together, because it is a company they are looking to hire. They should be like already in order.
There should be some, at least some.
Even if it's a company that's just opening up, because realistically speaking, you do know what you need to have before you even start your company. This should be your prime
Foundation.
focus.
Yeah.
Like, you should focus on this and have your ducks in a row before you open this company, and that cannot be your excuse.
No. Okay. Yeah, definitely. And then, okay, let's get into red flags at job interviews. So, definitely a red flag for me, what I have noticed, and I have worked at some questionable companies. So, I think red flags for me are when people say that we are a family. And what?
Nothing. I'm trying not to jump in. I'm gonna wait my turn.
If you have something to say, now is a good time to say.
And also, no, but it's like gonna take it away
Okay.
to a different point. So complete what you're going to say, sister dear.
Okay.
And then I will say what I was going to say.
So unnatural. Anyway, so if they say we are a family, and then that's like their selling point, that's a red flag, because most times that means we are family means work till you are burnt out. Don't worry about your actual family. Work must come first. It has to be your first priority. That does not mean it's a family. It means it's a one-sided relationship that is only going to take from you and not give you anything in return, because we're a family. Definitely don't
And
get
it's
into
just
that.
operating on love and
And
vibes.
yeah, just vibes. Where's
Just
your
vibes.
promotion after 6 years? Oh, it's just vibes.
It's just
We're all here for the good vibes.
And red flag number 2. If everybody in that company is actually family.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a major one, because nepotism does exist.
Nepotism
Even if it's not, even if you're not an actor or an actress, and it still does exist, because your uncle's 45th connection cannot be
your
a
accountant,
CEO at the company. It
or
just
your
doesn't work
accountant,
that
or
way.
like your HR. It just none
No,
of
definitely HR is such a big thing,
it.
because
Exactly.
if your HR person is not someone who is independent or impartial,
Can make their own
yes, decisions, then that's, you're never going to get help from this company.
No one's gonna truly feel safe in the company.
And because there's no third party
It's
who's
always gonna be
independent, yeah.
one-sided. And
Exactly, because at the end of the day, they are going to want to take care of their actual family. Let's be realistic.
yeah,
now.
I mean, you're gonna look they're going to care for their actual family members always over and above the actual employees.
Yeah.
Who are probably in most cases even doing double the work that their real family is doing.
Their real family. Yeah.
But yeah.
And then I think another one is where mental health is not prioritized.
It's taken as a joke or like extremely lightly.
It's very important for you to ask these questions at a job interview to establish like what are the priorities of this company, because if it's not like taken as seriously, like I know some major companies have like things in place where you can speak to a psychologist or a counselor at work that will give you just advice regardless of what's going on at your actual whether it's not work related, whether it's in your personal life, they will go the extra mile to help you.
And it's so positive, like going into a place where they make it like such a norm, and like a big deal that it is supposed to be. It's just a nice,
because your health is, at the end of the day, if you are not healthy, you are not going to be delivering any work. So that should always be a priority.
No, I 100% agree. Mental health is such a huge thing, and I feel like so many places don't take it serious enough at all. Like you could just drop dead at the workplace of stress, and they'd just be like, okay, so do we have anybody else for this
Who
position?
can cover that shift
Yeah,
right
can cover
now?
this shift. It's crazy out there. Like, honestly.
I think another one is also diversity at the workplace.
Yes.
That's a big thing, and also the way it is handled.
Yes, and not in a performative way.
And also the way they speak about it.
Yes.
Because you really don't want to be working for someone or with people who are racist.
Yes. And they make it known. They don't
Yes.
hide it. Especially if you happen to be the same race as the person you're going for.
Yes,
And
yes.
then they like whisper to you and they tell you these things. Like they do it in the interview.
Yes.
They're not discreet about it. It's really disgusting.
So we're moving on now to red flags once you're at the company. Because sometimes
Oh
the
god.
red flags are not that glaring.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Sorry.
Alright.
When something is too good to be true,
Mm.
it most likely is. It most likely is. And
Yeah.
also when they like, I'm going to use Megan as an example. Megan, we want you to have such good exposure. We want to help you. We want to help you grow as much as we're doing this for us. We want to do this for you.
Yeah.
Like, no, nobody is so selfless.
No one.
Nobody. And they're a big company. They don't care about you. I mean, some people do. That's a good thing. But like,
Other people don't.
like think. If it's too good to be true, it really most likely is. So anyway, now we can move on.
So red flags when you're in a company. Because sometimes the red flags wait a while before they show up. Now these are really ones that are very difficult to get past. Like, because once you're in a company, it's very difficult then again for you to like pivot out of this company. Pivot. It's difficult for you to get out of this company, to properly deal with these procedures. It's a lot. It becomes very much a lot. The stress takes over you. I'm speaking from experience.
And not everybody is like the entire Megan, who just
Quits
quits.
jobs. Yeah, it's not a good idea to be that way.
No, it's
because jobs don't fall from skies. That's not
on the sky.
whatever, man.
One
However
sky.
many skies there are.
One sky, chicken little. One
Okay. However, jobs don't fall from the sky. Every time I quit, though, I don't know if you knew this, I did have a backup.
sky.
I had a plan. It wasn't like, oh, I'm angry today and this is why I'm quitting. No, that would be very stupid. There was always a plan, and somehow it worked out.
Yeah.
Like after I left a job, you have to have something.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah,
Which is why I quit yours.
exactly. No, definitely.
That's not
Don't
something.
quit though.
Don't quit. Don't quit. It's
Don't
not, it's
quit
not going
without
to
having anything also.
quit. Yeah.
Because you can't quit if you have something good. Like
secure.
Yeah.
Where you're not gonna like be left with nowhere to pay your bills, no way to
Yeah.
pay.
to pay for your pearls. Because then you're gonna probably need more of them, and then you're not gonna be able to buy them.
And it's difficult
Yeah, it is difficult.
without your pearls. And just you always need a plan, because who are you going to rely on? Honestly, like you just need to, regardless of anything, just always make sure that you can just sort yourself out.
Yeah.
Like just
That you
stand on
can
your own
afford
2 feet.
to survive for the next
Yeah.
few months until you get things rolling again. So back to the point of red flags once you're in the company. So if you are not being taken seriously, if creatives are taken as jokes rather than actual ideas, if your age is mocked, because
Oh.
sometimes people tend to not want to take you seriously
Like what
because
am
you are
I
younger than them.
supposed to do?
Exactly.
You hired me. Am I to grow in this one
Yeah.
month?
And then also if
In terms of age.
if people are not promoted based on their merit, but because of who they are friends with
Or
or who they
nepotism.
know, like These are all red flags. And then,
or other reasons as well. There's a lot of messed up other reasons why people succeed in the workplace and
That's
why
true.
other people don't succeed in the workplace. And you should never have to like do these things to move forward in a company. And if you are ever presented with these things, you should know that there's probably honestly no hope in that company. I don't know.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
depends on if there is somebody who you can take this up to and they actually take you seriously. But you know these things eventually when you're in the company, if you are going to be taken seriously, if they are going to take things further, if they're just going to brush it under the carpet. Like,
And then I think another important one is if hard work is rewarded with more hard work.
yeah.
In a lot of cases, that it becomes where you're such a great worker. Here's 5 more people's work for you to do.
Oh, please.
That just becomes like insane.
Without a salary.
Without a
increase.
salary increase, you're expected to take on the burden with no reward. And honestly, this is what leads to burnout. Now, I definitely experienced burnout at one stage in my career, and what's the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea.
Okay, anyway, to be totally transparent, then I had to eventually go for counseling because I was so deeply traumatized by this job.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good thing for your mental health at all if you are being forced to do
Constantly.
other people's work, and then still being there's still complaints that you have to deal with
Yeah.
because you are not giving your best when
Yeah,
you
they're
know
not
that
even being nice about
they're not being nice about it, and you know that you're giving your 150%, and there's nothing to show for it except for you being exhausted all the time. Then another thing is when you notice that people who are less qualified don't show up, they take credit, and then whoever it is above you gives them the credit without checking in
Yeah.
or verifying the facts. They just accept this as the gospel truth,
Yeah.
which is insane to begin with.
No, we could go on and on and on.
Yeah,
talking
definitely.
about these red flags, but like there's just so many things. But you do honestly pick up, like if the leaders in the company are not leading,
That's
you
a
pick
that's a
that up.
massive
You
one.
pick that
yeah.
up really quickly, and I don't know. It's just really unfortunate how many people there are out there like that, though.
Okay, and then also my final red flag for once you're in a company is if there's a lot of people that have left all at
Oh,
once.
A high turnover rate.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
that's
yes,
like
yes.
a massive one. Because why are so many people leaving all at once? Why is that not being questioned? Like 5 people can't be leaving all at once.
There surely has to be
Some problems.
underlying.
Yeah, definitely.
Like-
So let's talk about some things that are positive, like in workplaces.
I'm yet to experience that.
In my opinion, where they give you like creative freedom, where you're not stifled, where your growth is not seen as a competition, but
Yes.
as a grow
Like you growing is not an insult to the company.
to the company. So now we're going to be discussing some green flags in the workplace.
From the internet.
Okay, do you want to say about that? Now we're talking about some green flags. Do you want to say that? Respect. Oh my god, I don't understand how to say it. Now we're going to talk about some green flags. Okay, go on, you can say respect. Get it together. So now we're going to talk about some green flags. Come on, my god. So now we're going to talk about some green flags in the workplace.
Them respecting your personal time is a green flag.
Yes, definitely. Because you can't have a boss calling you at midnight and being like, hey, did you send this email? When you
Oh.
clearly sent the email at 8 a.m.
God. No, they should not be phoning you at all. Unless somebody's dying after hours.
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like personal time is your personal time. By the time you get to work, you travel, you get home, it's like you wasted about 10 hours, 12 hours of
Yeah.
your day on work related things. When you get home or on the weekends, that is your time. That's
And-
your time.
Yeah, and when they're like constantly phoning you, then you're not at ease the entire time. You just
Yeah.
feel like tense and am I gonna get a call? Is something wrong? What's going on? Like it's just not good
It's
at
such a
all.
stressful situation. It makes your whole family tense because,
Yes.
like, what is going on at this company? Where are you working?
And everybody thinks like you're a flippant surgeon or something.
yeah.
Like it's not even
It's
that
not
deep.
that deep.
It's really
Nope.
not. It's
Nope,
not.
nope. If somebody's calling you to ask you how to convert a Word document to a
To
PDF,
PDF.
it's not that deep.
Oh, for the love of God, that's actually the type of things that
Yeah.
people call me to do.
Exactly.
Do you
It's not that
understand?
deep.
This is my job.
Not that
Anyway.
deep.
Never that deep. You don't need a logo. Nobody's gonna die if you don't receive your logo at midnight. I promise you, nothing's happening at midnight.
Yeah, nothing's gonna require a logo at midnight.
Anyway, we were talking about green flags.
Yeah.
See? What else is a green flag?
A green flag is when there is room for growth. So, like if you start off as an intern and you have a 5-year plan, the company must be able to accommodate your 5-year plan. I know that it is very difficult for you to start off in a place and then 10 years later, you are still in the exact same place. And a lot of people are in that situation because obviously there's a fear of them wanting to move companies. Because let's be honest, when you are in a company that is comfortable and feels safe to you, you want to stay in that company. And sometimes that even means putting your own personal goals and at the back seat, basically.
Because you become so invested and like it becomes your
family.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's crazy.
That is crazy. And it's not even planned. It just happens.
Yeah, like that moment.
Yeah. But anyway.
And then I also think another green flag is when people who are leaving are treated with respect and
Oh,
grace,
yes.
and they are given the dignity that is that should be given to them because they dedicated their time and effort into this company. Let's give them something back.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a gift or
Or
anything.
like a party, a conversation.
And just to say, like,
I
thank
wish
you.
you well, thank you.
Yes.
That's bare minimum. And that's, I feel like I'm yelling bare minimum in every episode. But
Because these are
it's-
the bare minimum.
it is bare minimum. Like really, just speak to somebody face to face. Just the way that you've been speaking to them the whole time. That's really bare minimum.
Exactly.
That's
Definitely.
that says a lot about you, just by the way.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Hi, bro.
You know who you are.
Well, that's all that we have time for today. But if you had a toxic job or
A good job.
even just a bad interview process or a great interview process, and
Or tips that you'd want to share with somebody younger than you or somebody who's less
Definitely.
experienced than you, then you can definitely leave it in the comments.
comments
because
and
everybody needs tips in terms of jobs, employment. looking.
Everybody needs tips for job employment and how to stay sane in
Yes,
this troubling times.
In this economy.
in this economy.
In this economy.
Yeah, so you can drop a comment in the comments and let
As
us know.
they do.
Yeah, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Okay, bye. That's all.
All right. Oh,
That was a bad one.